Welcome to the Explainer. Look, if you're an experienced machine learning or LLM engineer, your time is literally your most valuable asset. Today, we're diving into a system that's custom built to protect it. It's called the LLM Career Copilot. Now, this isn't just another generic news aggregator. No, it is a fully agentic, highly personalized intelligence brief generator designed specifically for the busy ML professional.
So, how do you actually keep up with AI? I mean, it sounds simple enough, right? But if you're actually in the trenches building this stuff, you know it's completely exhausting. The relentless week-over-week churn of advancements, the absolute flood of papers dropping on archive daily, trending GitHub repos, a wildly shifting job market. It's a tidal wave. You're probably feeling that real fatigue trying to filter out the actual, usable signal from the daily hype cycle. Because let's face the reality here, roles and required skills are changing literally every single week. For a senior engineer, knowing exactly where to point your focus to maintain your edge, it's incredibly hard when the ground beneath you is constantly shifting. You just don't have hours every Sunday to sit around screeping Twitter, Hugging Face, and job boards. You absolutely need a way to focus purely on the signal and completely tune out the noise.
Okay, let's dive into this. Enter the LLM Career Copilot Weekly Brief. Instead of doing that whole scattered reading thing across 10 different browser tabs, the Copilot generates a single, beautifully formatted HTML report. It's one recurring artifact that completely eliminates the chaotic hunt for information. It basically acts as both a strategic market pulse and a tactical growth planner, and it's delivered right to your browser.
The brief itself is laser-focused into 7 specific sections. First up, an introduction that frames the week for you. Then, the priority signal. This is the absolute most important insight that requires your immediate attention. Imagine just instantly knowing a massive new quantization method dropped on GitHub. Next, we have what changed since your last brief, followed by current jobs perfectly tailored to your goals and action items for high-impact weekly execution. Finally, it curates top papers and top GitHub repos for actual practical reuse. It's exactly what you need to take action and absolutely nothing more.
So what's the actual engine under the hood making all of this possible? Well, it utilizes the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. It's a super elegant 2-file Python architecture that fundamentally separates the AI's reasoning from its capabilities. You've got an MCP server acting as the logic hub and an MCP client acting as the controller. Working together, they securely pull multi-source signals like web news, GitHub, archive, and job boards right into an organized data pipeline. Think of server.py as the brawn of the operation. It defines all the tools in an isolated context, using the Tailvalley API for news, scraping GitHub, hitting archive, and querying the Jubal API for jobs, all while handling secure sandbox storage. Then, on the flip side, you have client.py, the brain. It acts as the orchestrator, seamlessly connecting to Google Gemini, specifically the Gemini 3.1/flashlight preview model, to analyze all that data and generate the actual intelligence.
But right here is where the system gets truly genius. I mean, if you get a brief every week, the absolute last thing you want is the AI just repeating the exact same trends from last month, right? To fix this, there's a dedicated server tool called History Compare. It actively reads your historical markdown files. It compares the newly fetched signals against your past briefs to explicitly avoid repetition. This guarantees that your weekly insights represent genuinely new shifts in the market. No stale news, ever. In practice, executing this is a completely frictionless automated pipeline. Step 1. The client initializes and wipes the old cache clean. Step 2. It asynchronously aggregates fresh data from all those external APIs. Step 3. The server responds with structured JSON, which the client then merges into context. Step 4. The client makes isolated LLM requests to Gemini to write out each individual section. And finally, Step 5. The client compiles the markdown and uses the prefab UI library to render this stunning HTML card that just automatically pops open in your browser. Which brings us to the ultimate value proposition here. Run one command each week, get a concise, high-signal brief that keeps your ML career ahead of the market. By leveraging MCP and the sheer power of Gemini, the Copilot transforms hours of exhausting research into one single automated command. It empowers you to stop reacting to the noise and start acting on the signal. So I'll leave you with this one final thought. If an AI seamlessly managed your entire learning pipeline, what complex engineering problems could you finally free up your mind to solve?